What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Lucid Daily, and wow, what a crazy day in the stock market. Not only the stock market, but Lucid too. Lucid was down 9.9% today. That brought them down to $16.35 a share, and their 52-week low is $16.12 a share. Let's actually see if they hit that today. No, they were 16 cents and $16.34. Man, my tip with, if you're holding Lucid, it's because you believe in the company long term and you really believe that they're going to do well. If you are looking for short-term trades, it's going to be difficult, especially for small cap companies. I sold out of the S&P 500. I made a video about that on my main channel. Go check that out if you want. But I believe we are in the recession right now. I do believe that this last quarter of GDP was forecasting what we're going to do this quarter, and all the earnings reports I've read, over 12 to 15 earnings reports from this last quarter, I feel like we are in a recession. From everything that I've learned, from the attitude of the Fed, from not that the Fed knows yet, but I just think that this is a recession. We're starting to see this consumer to go down less, and I don't think that Lucid will necessarily be as impacted by the recession as they will be by inflation and supply chain concerns. Luxury EV brands, I'm not too concerned about how they'll hold up, especially because we do know they have 30,000 reservations. As soon as we see, or if we ever see reservations just fall off a cliff, that's when you have a right to be concerned about Lucid. Obviously, I bet most people are really upside down in their Lucid investment. Most people are upside down in the things that they've bought within the last 6 to 12 months. It's been a rough time, and I remember talking like 2022 is going to suck. We have a lot of money printing that we need to account for. We have a war that we're trying to catch up with. We have COVID concerns that we're still trying to catch up with. It's an absolute mess out there. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. I listened to Kathy Wood today, and I took notes on her webinar. That's what you call it. Her webinar that she gave today, and she talks a lot about a 5-year horizon. And I know that's super cliche, and that's super Kathy Woodian. But it's just like, if you really believe in these companies and you really believe they are innovative and disruptive, then you got to do you got to follow what you believe in, even if it's not of what you feel is best. So I personally am pretty transparent. I own about 2% Lucid, and most of my holdings are in Tesla. I think Lucid will have the opportunity to prove itself. Their earnings call was better than I expected. I like to be Lucid's harshest critic. So if you want honesty about Lucid, this is the place to be, because I'll be honest with you with the good, the bad, and the ugly. I was expecting the crap to hit the fan this earnings call, but they actually did better than I thought, at least in April. Their Q1 was rough, but from the sound of it, it sounds like their Q2 is off to a roaring start, which excited me. Roaring is relative. They delivered, if you compare it, they delivered 600 vehicles, or about 600 vehicles in Q1, but in April alone, they either produced or delivered, I can't remember, I've only read it once, 600 vehicles in April alone. So, that's a huge jump from 3 months to 1 month. That's absolutely incredible. So, I'm not saying Lucid's going to $80 anytime soon, but I'm saying is, they're starting to get stuff figured out internally, I hope. From the sound of it that I got on the earnings call, from what I read, that's what it sounds like, and that's what I hope. I know today I said I was going to do a breakdown of their fundamental analysis of the spreadsheet with their capital expenditure and everything, but I just figured today was a good day just to kind of not do that, because nobody really wants to look at graphs and charts today when everything's down this low. Now's the time to kind of reflect on the companies that you want to invest in, and the companies that you really truly believe will be innovative within the next 5 to 10 years. And Lucid, I'm really excited to watch, and I'm excited I feel like I follow Lucid at a more microscopic level than anybody else, just because I know the company's financials inside and out, the news inside and out, and I call BS. I'm not afraid to call BS when you should be the most, I guess the challenge that I issue to everybody is be the most critical investor of the companies you love. And that's just something that I've learned as I've started investing, is in order to be a good investor that doesn't get caught up in momentum, because I'm guilty of it. I got caught up in a lot of momentum this last year. You need to be critical of the stocks that you love, because if your stock's perfect, then why are you then everybody should be there's something wrong with, if people don't like your stock, why don't they think that, if you can get to a reasonable explanation of answering people's questions of hey, why is Lucid burning so much cash? Or, hey, why is Lucid's production so slow? Like, why do they miss deliveries? If you can answer these questions, then I feel like you're a better spot than a lot of people who are investing just because they saw it on Twitter or on Wall Street Bets. So take that for what you want. If you want to see what I did with my personal portfolio today, go over to my main channel. I'll try to tag the video at the end of this one. And then sometime this week, I do promise to do a full fundamental analysis on their capital expenditure and going through everything that they talked about in their Q1 earnings call and plugging it into our spreadsheet. So I hope you guys have a great night. And I think that the stock market will get a little bit worse before it gets better. How worse, I don't know. But I'll be here every day with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And like always, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.